Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to VerityTV.com Facebook Live Queer Conversations. I'm your host, G, and today my guest is Emily Cohen. Welcome, Emily.
Hi.
Emily is the director of SunServe Women Services and co-founder of Ignite Women South Florida.
That's right.
And we're doing a lot. So you're doing a lot.
We're doing a lot.
Yes. So
we're doing a lot. That's accurate.
Yes. So this weekly series, Queer Conversations, is every single Tuesday, 6 p.m. EST. So keep joining us and share this live feed with your friends and your groups and so on. And like this page. Please like the page. So where do we start? Emily, we're working on, I guess we could start with this since it's tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, tomorrow. Oh, my gosh. So this has been a project in the making for the past few months, actually.
Yes.
So we're doing a production of the Vagina Monologues to be held at the G-Spot Bar in Wilton Manors.
That's in Florida.
Yes.
So people, this is all over the world.
All over the world.
Right,
oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's
so
exciting.
if you can get here tomorrow to Fort Lauderdale.
Yes.
Wilton Manors, which is in Broward County, join us. We have Nikki Lopez Creative here. She's going to put the link for the more details on V-Day. And this is actually going to be benefiting...
So this is through the V-Day organization. So 90% of the proceeds are going to go to a local agency that raises awareness about violence against women, violence against people, really.
Okay.
And so the organization is AVDA. It's Aid for Victims of Domestic Assault. And they are actually going to be at the show. They're going to talk a little bit about what they do. But also one of the things they're going to do is talk about the prevalence of intimate partner violence in same-gender relationships and in the LGBT community. So I know that's something that we really don't talk about a lot.
We need to.
This performance really does benefit the idea of anti-violence and awareness on anti-violence campaigns. And so the other 10% of what we make is going to go back to the V-Day organization to do just that. So
great.
All the proceeds are going back to benefiting the community directly.
Nice. And let's give a shout out to the actors. We have many women who have volunteered. Everybody's volunteering.
They really have volunteered all the time.
So we're going to see some really great actors who've been practicing their parts and so on. And some of the pieces are very challenging pieces. Emily brought myself on representing Thou Art Woman and Nikki Lopez Creative. So we've been working as a team to produce it, to organize it, and we're looking forward to tomorrow, right?
Oh my gosh, I'm ready for it to happen already.
Yeah, and we've sold a lot of tickets, so people who haven't got their tickets have to really get them now. Are we capping this? Are we capping them?
We're not.
Okay.
So at this point, we've sold more tickets than we have chairs. So it's going to be a standing room event. The tickets are $10 on sale up until I think noon tomorrow, and then you can buy them at the door for $15. But again, all of the money that we raise, every dollar that we get from ticket sales is going to go back to benefit the community. So this is really a fundraiser.
Yeah, and encouraging people to come early. We're going to start. The doors open at 6, and we're going to have Nikki Lopez is curating a art show called Within the Folds.
Yes.
So. It's a great opportunity to say the word vagina quite frequently, right?
Yeah.
That's good. And we get to say within the folds. Yeah.
Within the folds.
Within the folds, vagina. Vagina.
Vagina.
Yeah. So that's great. I mean, after this, I don't know if we get to do this that often,
I mean, we could still say it,
we could still say it. Yeah. We'll find a reason to say vagina again after tomorrow. Yeah. So come on time. Come at 6 o'clock. Or probably before 6 if you can. So doors open at 6. Come on, enjoy the show. And we're going to have some performances as well.
So
and we have. You want to share something, Nikki? You're saying
the first 50 get.
Oh, good point.
Yes. So we have a really cool drink sponsor. So drink sponsor is Minuteman Press in Wilton Manors, and they are sponsoring the first 50 people who arrive. Are going to receive a free beverage. So you get a drink ticket for the first 50 people, and I'm strongly encouraging people to come between 6 and 7. Come at 6 o'clock because the seats are going to fill up fast, and those drink tickets are going to go fast. And then we also have an awesome sponsor, Bubbles and Pearls, is actually going to be providing us with some light bite appetizers as well. That'll be complimentary to our guests.
Right. Let me shout out my friend and colleague to Megan D. Widmeyer. Law offices of Megan D. Widmeyer. She's also sponsoring tomorrow. So thank you.
Yes,
and
thanks,
I
Megan.
see here Jane saying, "Hey, Emily and G, Trish and I are so excited for tomorrow night. So please have the pieces." And right, they're gonna have. Thank you so much for participating in the
That's
show.
so exciting.
So Jane and Trish, both artists, and they were the guests last week for a Queer Conversation. Thanks again for joining us. So you're gonna see their art as well. So it's gonna be a great Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Great Valentine's Day.
That's gonna be a lot of fun.
Yeah. So come on out. And what else we have going on? Let me ask you a little bit about yourself before we get a little bit about yourself.
All right.
Because I like to get a little. We're talking about the events that we do, but it's for people to know a little bit about how do you identify and what was your coming out for you? Was it something challenging? Was it easy? Did you come out? Just tell me a little bit. Tell the audience a little bit more.
About me.
Where you feel comfortable, because this is live.
Sure.
Everybody in the world can see it. So what you
At this
feel
point, it's okay.
Okay, good.
So, I mean, at this point in my life, I identify as queer.
Okay.
It is an identity that works for me because it encompasses what I know about myself and what I understand about the world. And that's kind of really all that matters. And I tell people that, when I've worked with youth in the past, I've said that it doesn't really matter. Your identity is something that is personal to you and how you perceive the world and perceive yourself. And so for me, that label, if you want to call it that, it just makes sense for me.
Okay, that's good.
But it's kind of been a lifelong process of understanding who I am and, where I come from. And I have really been out for probably the last 4 or 5 years. So it has not been a long time that I have been comfortable and just being authentic and being in my own skin. And
well, you're
just
similar
being
to
out.
me, because I'm probably about 4 or 5 years out as well, fully out. So I relate to that. I can't remember. We did have a guest who was similar to that, and we had Jen and Trish who from maybe the 70s, but they had to kind of some places they couldn't be out, some places they could, and they were saying they didn't even imagine that they would have marriage equality. So so I'm glad that you're on this side of things, right?
I'm very glad
here. Isn't it great to be here?
To be. Yes,
it's wonderful.
absolutely.
Yeah, so many great things are happening.
Yeah.
So that's good. And how about for your family? Was your family accepting? Was it a challenge for your family? What was that like?
I think that. I think that for them it was more of just kind of seeing my life shift and what that meant.
Okay.
I thankfully have not had any type of animosity or any type of issues with my family, but I know that that's not a reality for everyone. There was definitely some discomfort, and I think that coming out is not just a process for us.
Right.
It's a process for our families too.
That's a good point.
And I think that definitely brought some experiences for people in my family, especially those who may be a little more religious. But thankfully, I can say that it's been a fairly smooth transition, and my family has been supportive of me. So
that's wonderful.
Great.
That's a blessing.
Yeah.
That's good. I'm happy for you.
Thanks.
That's great. So I wanted to ask you a little bit also about you work with SunServe, and a little bit. Funny enough, someone called me today because it was, I guess, for some people. I'm Jamaican. In the Jamaican community, we don't have a lot of people who are openly gay and involved. So someone called me and they're like, emergency. There's a young man who found his mom found out he was gay, and it's like an issue for the family. You're Jamaican. And I said, well, you got to contact SunServe. I know you might feel like I'm super gay woman right now, but it's like SunServe has the resources. I know they have a youth department. So tell us a little bit about what you do at SunServe, Women's Services.
So SunServe is an amazing agency, and we serve the LGBT population, the community. The population is really professional, but we serve the LGBT community in the areas of mental health, and case management. We have a large youth department that, we're serving hundreds of youth every year that are 21 and under. Some of them are experiencing homelessness. Some of them have a ton of support behind them. So we have kids across the spectrum of things going on in their life, and we're there with free therapy and life coaching and youth group for them. We also have a senior daycare. Which was really kind of like the beginning of SunServe, was that senior daycare. And it's a place where people who are 60 and older who may need some assistance, and maybe their caregivers need some respite. This is a safe place to be, and the cool thing about it is that we know that aging LGBT people in the community have a lot of trouble finding places where they feel like they're accepted. It's like almost a brand new coming out experience for them, and this is a really nice place to be able to maybe send your mom or your dad or your grandparents or a partner or a friend who you might be taking care of that needs a safe place to be. So we have